For centuries, the practice of Islamic prayer has been passed down from person to person, generation to generation. But what happens when you throw smartphones and AI into the mix? How does an ancient tradition like that adapt? Okay, let's dive in.
And that's the big question researchers are tackling right now. I mean, how do you hold on to the deep, spiritual meaning of a timeless practice while also using the incredible tools of our modern world?
So, to really get a grip on this challenge, we have to understand what the goal is in the first place. And trust me, it goes way, way beyond just learning a few physical motions.
What's so fascinating here is that research consistently shows the benefits are, well, huge. The discipline that comes from prayer is tied to things like better emotional control, a stronger sense of character, and believe it or not, even better focus in school. So the key takeaway is this: it's about shaping a whole person, not just teaching a practice.
So how is this taught for hundreds of years? Well, it all boils down to one thing: a deeply personal human connection.
The traditional method is actually this simple but really powerful three-step dance. First, you get the why, the meaning behind it all. Then, you see how it's done correctly. And finally, you give it a try yourself, with a guide right there who can offer immediate, gentle feedback. It's a very hands-on, personal approach.
And you got to remember, this doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's a whole ecosystem. You've got teachers who are also mentors, parents guiding things at home, community leaders sharing their wisdom, and even friends learning right alongside you.
And that quote just nails it, doesn't it? The strength of the classic approach isn't just about downloading information. It's about building a real relationship that helps a person grow spiritually. So, how does that foundation fare in the 21st century?
All right, now let's jump to today. We're in the digital age, where tech isn't seen as some kind of replacement. Instead, it's being framed as a new, powerful tool that can actually serve these very old goals.
You can see how these two things just have different strengths, right? That human guide, they offer that spiritual context, that personal touch you just can't replace. But digital tools, they bring something else to the table. You can practice endlessly, learn in fun, gamified ways, and get your lessons whenever, wherever.
And wow, the innovation here is just exploding. I mean, we're talking about everything from mobile apps that make learning feel like a game, to augmented reality that can literally show you what to do in your own room, all the way to formal university courses online. So where do these tools really shine? Well, the data shows they're incredibly good for those fundamental building blocks. Things like drilling memorization, getting the pronunciation just right, and practicing the physical movements over and over until they're second nature.
But maybe the coolest thing about all this new tech is its ability to customize education for pretty much anyone, in any situation.
I mean, just look at these examples. For a patient in the hospital who can't stand, the education focuses on concessions, special allowances, like praying while seated, that make it possible. For a little kid who can't sit still, it's all about interactive games. And for someone new to Arabic, there are tools specifically for breaking down that language barrier. It's so smart.
And yeah, this shows us that the learning isn't just happening in one place. Sure, schools are a big piece of the puzzle, but a whole lot of this education is also happening at home with parents, out in the community, and even in these specialized places like hospitals.
So what this all means is that education is becoming way more adaptive and, honestly, more compassionate. It's meeting people exactly where they are, whether that's a nurse helping a patient or a parent using a fun app with their kid.
So where is all of this headed? Well, it seems like researchers are all landing on one powerful idea. It's not about choosing sides, it's about blending the two together.
And it all comes down to this one big idea: the holistic integrated model. It's basically about taking the best of both worlds. You take the soul of traditional teaching and you combine it with the power of modern technology. You weave them together to create something even better.
And this is where it all just clicks. Think of it like this. Tradition gives you the why, the deep meaning, the context, the human connection. And technology gives you an amazing how, the tools to practice, to stay engaged, and to access it all. They don't fight each other, they actually complete each other.
So, what's next? Well, the recommendations are pretty clear. The big push is to create learning tools that are truly integrated from the start, and to make absolutely sure that the spiritual side isn't getting lost in all the cool tech. And, crucially, this has to be a team effort. You need teachers, parents, and the tech developers all in the same room working together.
And that leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? This idea of blending the old with the new isn't just for this one practice. It really makes you wonder, what other ancient traditions, from meditation to storytelling, could find a powerful new life in our digital world?